draw the diagram first. If we are able to draw the diagram correctly, then we would be able to solve the solution correctly. So let's see this. A tower stands vertically on the ground, okay, from a point which is 15 meters away from the foot of the tower. So let me draw a tower here like this. Okay, so this is your required tower. And I'm naming this tower as to be your height. It is having some height h. Okay, and you are having a foot of the perpendicular, that is your foot away from the tower. That is foot of the tower. From the foot of the tower, you are having a point which is 15 meters away. Okay, now the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is how much? 45 degrees. Elevation means it rises up, hence the angle of elevation is how much? 45 degrees. Okay, so what is the height of the tower? He is asking us to remove the height of the tower simply. Okay, so let us write the assumptions here first. Let me assume that the height of the tower, let the height of the tower is equivalent to h. Okay, distance between the point of observation, that is, let me write here, distance of point of observation from the foot of the tower, foot of the tower is equivalent to 15 meters. Hope this is clear, right? I think it is 15 meters away. Okay, it is 15 meters away. So let us look at the next one. It is also given us the angle of elevation. Angle of elevation is equivalent to elevation of the top of the tower. Top of the tower is what? 45 degrees. Okay, so let us look. You need to remove the value of h. Okay, so this 45 here, the angle is theta became 45 degrees. As you all know from the figure, that is your diagram, or from the figure, I can write tan theta as opposite side by adjacent side, isn't it? Adjacent side. Theta is your h. The adjacent of your theta is just 15 meters. I hope this is clear. So the value of this one, that is tan 45 value, is equivalent to 1 is equals to h by 15. Now I'm shifting this one to the LHS side. So we are left is equals to h is equals to 15 meters. H is your height of the tower. So this is your, I can write it as height of the tower. So let's look at the next one. I think this is a lengthy one, right? So let's see this. How do we do this? Here a tree is broken. Okay, a tree breaks due to storm and broken heart bends. Okay, so that the top of the tree touches the ground, making an angle 30 degrees with the ground. Suppose I am having a tree which has been broke. Okay, so the top of the tree touches the ground. Okay, so this should be a height of the tree. Okay, so that diagram is something like this. This is your 30 degrees. Okay, the distance between the foot of the tree and the top of the tree of the ground is 6 meters. He says that this is your 6 meters. I hope this is clear. From here to here. Okay, and let it this be the height. Okay, so let me assume that to be your height. Okay, now he is asking us to find the height of the tree before falling down. So if I take out h to be x, he's asking us to remove the value of h and also x. When it broke out over here, it shifted out like this. I hope that diagram is clear now. Okay. So let's just see this. So this is your given information. Okay. So what I will write here is so first of all, we need to remove some of the data. Let me remove some of the data first. Okay. Now we need to remove the value of x. How do I remove the length of remaining arc as your h meters? Okay, whatever it is. Now let the length of the remaining, not the remaining, let the length of broken part. I should write here broken part as x meters, I hope this is clear to everyone. No doubt after here, right? So in the next step, let's see what can be done in the next step. Here we are having the angle of 30 degrees. Okay. Now from the diagram, I can take this data, right? That is, and 30 degrees is equivalent to, that is your opposite by adjacent, opposite side by adjacent. Let me write adjacent side. Okay, adjacent side. So that would be, and 30 is comes out to be h by 6, and the value of and 30 is 1 by root 3 is equivalent to h by 6. I'm shifting this one to the other side. So we are left out where 6 root 3 is equivalent to your h. Okay. Now, rationalizing the denominator here, I can write like this as h is equals to 6 root 3 into root 3 of root 3. Okay, so this can be written as h is equals to 6 root 3 by 3. So the overall h value came out to be 2 root 3 meters. You need to remember this one here. Okay, good. So let us look at the next one here. That is, I removed the value of h, right? So let me remove the value of x also. To remove the value of x, I will be using cos 30 degrees is equivalent to, what would be the news is your x. So cos 30 value is how much? Root 3 by 2 equal to 6 by x. Okay, now let me shift out this one over here and this one over here. Remove the value of x. I have left with 6 into 2 by root 3. Okay, root 3. As you know that we are having the root term over here, we need to do the rationalizing part. So let me do root 3 by root 3. This is also rationalized. So x is equivalent to, I can write here as 6 into 2 into what? Root 3. Okay, 2 root 3 by 2 root 3 by what is left out here? 3 is left out. So I can devote this like this, right? So here at last I can write here x is equals to 4 root 3 directly. As you all know that root 3 into root 3. Where did I write it? Where shall I write it over here? Okay, let me write it here. Root 3 into root 3. The resultant is root 3 square. Square and root is similar. The answer which is left out is only 3. Okay. So we are having the value of x as well as we are having the value of h. Okay. Now he is asking us to remove the height of the tree. Okay. The height of the tree. This is your last step here. Height of the whole tree is equivalent to remaining height plus broken height. Okay, so that would be written as h plus x. Okay, that is 2 root 3 plus 4 root 3. Adding up this gives us to me 6 root 3 as your required answer. It is your required answer. It is here. If they are asking you to remove the exact value, I can write as 6 root 3 What is the value of root 3? Root 3 value is 1.32. So when you're doing this one into the overall result, a contractor wants to set up a slide for children to play in the park. He wants to set it up at the height of 2 meters. Okay, the height is given as how much? 2 meters. The next thing, and the angle at the ground. What should be the length of this slide? He is asking us to remove the length of the side, that is your x meters. So let us assume something here. Let the height of this slide, let height of slide is equivalent to your 2 meters. Similarly, let me assume that the length of the slide is equal to your x meters, which is equal to move. Now the angle made to the ground, how much? Angle made to ground, let me take it around 30 degrees to uh, to the ground, right? Yeah, to the ground is around 30 degrees. So from the figure, what can be deducted? From the figure, I can deduct this as a sine 30 is equivalent to what is the formula of sine? It is opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite of 30 is your 2, and your hypotenuse is your x value. Let me write the formula for sine theta equal to opposite by hypotenuse. The value of sine 30 is 1 by 2 equal to 2 by x. If I am doing the cross multiplication here as well as here, the overall answer is how much? X is equal to 4 meters. So the required answer is the length of the slide. Length of the slide is equivalent to 4 meters only. Hope this is also clear. Let's look at the next one here. The length of a shadow of a 15-meter height pole. Okay, we are having a pole here which is of 15 meters height. Now the length of the shadow is also given. So this should be your length. That is how much is given over there. The length of the shadow is given to be as 5 root 3. The length of the shadow is given as 5 root 3 meters. Now at 7 o'clock in the morning, then what is the angle of elevation of this sun rays is asking. He is asking us to remove the value of theta. Quite simple. So let us assume something here, that is, let the height of the pole is equal to 15 meters. Length of the pole, the length of the shadow, the length of the shadow of the pole is equivalent to 5 root 3 meters. Angle of, let the angle of elevation, isn't it? Angle of elevation is your theta. So from the figure, I can write directly as tan theta is equivalent to, as you know that already, what would be the tan theta value? That is your the opposite value, right? By your adjacent value, root 3 meters only. So this, when I am solving this becomes how much? Is 15 here. Okay, so this also 15. So this is removed out. This becomes now tan theta is 1 by root 3 only. Root 3. Now when would you have this value in terms of tan? We will be having this as a theta is equal to directly angle of elevation of sun's rays, angle of elevation of sun's rays with the ground. With the ground is 30 degrees. It is around 30 degrees. I hope this is clear to everyone. Let's look at the next sum here. you want to with the support of 3 ropes. Each rope has to make an angle 30 degree with the hole here. What should be the length of the rope he is asking? Okay. Now let me assume that we are having 3 different ropes. It is constructed like this, which is having around a 30 degree angle. Okay, 30 degree angle. And similarly, I'm having one more rope over here. This is also making around 30 degree angle. Now I'm having one more rope to the other side here. This is also making around 30 degrees. Okay, so you need to remove the length of the rope. Okay, so let me write the given data here first. So what is your given data? Given data is height of the pole. Given data of first thing is height of the pole is equals to n meters. Now let the length of each pole, is equal to x meters. Okay. Now what is the angle made by each rope? Angle made by each rope is how much? It's around 30 degrees. Okay. So let us remove this data over here. Okay. So from the figure, what can I write data from the figure? From the figure, if you are observing, you have to require to remove the length of the hypotenuse, right? So let me remove, take the trigonometric identity as cos 30 is equivalent to your, what is this? This is your opposite by your hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is your x meters. That is, you need to remove these x values. Okay. Hope I'm clear with this. Now, sine 30 can be written as root 3 by 2 equals to n of x. Now, cross multiplying here, I'll get root 3 x is equals to n into 2. So, x is equals to n into 2 by root 3. Similarly, so we do this rationalizing here? No, we'll do it in the next step. Okay. So x is equals to 20 by root 3 is the value of x. Now he is asking us to remove total length of the rope required. Total length of rope is how many ropes we are having. We are having 3 ropes and the length of one of the rope is this much, isn't it? So it is this much as if you are having now, right? So now let me do the rationalizing here. 3 into 20 by root 3 into root 3 by root 3. Now when I am doing this, I will get out to be 20 root 3 by root 3 whole square. Square and root removed, 3 and 3 is also removed, and we are left off with only 20 root 3. And if you remember, the value of root 3 is 1.732. So if you are doing these two into, the answer would be 34.64 meters is the length of the rope required. I hope this is also okay. The next time, let us see the next example here. Suppose you are shooting an arrow from the top of a building at a height of 6 meters. So let me draw a diagram over here only. This is the height of the building, that is around here 6 meters. Okay, hope this is here and this is straight line. Okay, good. In the next sentence, the target is on the ground and angle of depression is around at 60 degrees. So we are having the target somewhere over there, and this angle of depression is around 60 degrees. I hope this is clear, right? So the angle of depression, he will be seeing this one to the other side. Means, okay, means what I wanted to say here is the angle of depression is not like this. Okay, the angle of depression would be the on the other side, that is a 60 degrees. So the angle of depression, the opposite of this angle is around a 60 degrees only. Okay, so now he is asking you to what is the distance between you and the object. You are over here, okay, and the object is over here. He is asking you to remove this distance, x meter. So let us write the given information. Given information is height of the building. So if you are saying the height of the building, that is given as 6 meters. The next one, angle of depreciation is always is equal to the angle of, okay, the next thing is angle of depreciation, right? Angle of depreciation, that is how much? 60 degrees. Okay, now the distance between the target from shooting point, distance between the shooting point to the target. I am assuming this value as it is x meters. Okay. So you need to remove the value of x. So from the diagram, that is from the figure. Okay. From the figure, what can be interpreted? You need to interpret this. That is, let me take a sine 60. Sine 60 is equivalent to that would be your opposite by your what hypotenuse, isn't it? So sine 60 value is taken as so root 3 by 2 is equal to 6 by 8. Now I'm shifting this to the other side, so this becomes 16 to 2 by root 3, isn't it? By root 3. Let me rationalize it over here itself so that it becomes easy in the next step. So I can write this x as 6 into 2 into root 3 by 3. As you all know that 3 into 3 is your 3 square, square and root is removed out. So we are left with only 3. So 3 divides this is 6 2 times. So x is what? 4 into root 3. So therefore the distance which is required, the distance required is which is you need to remove is 4 root 3. To remove this more precisely, 4 into root 3 value is 1.732. Now I am doing this one into, then the answer would be something like this meters. I hope this is also clear, right? Let's look at the next sum over here. An electrician wants to repair an electric connection on the pole of height 9 meters. So we are having a pole again. This is of 9 meters. Hope this is clear. Okay. He needs to reach 1.8 meters below the top of the pole to do some work. Okay, it is, so this is 9 meters. He needs to reach over here. Okay, 1.8 meters means he needs to reach over somewhere here. Okay, below the work. What should be the length of the ladder which he should use when he climbs at an angle of 60 degrees? Okay, he is climbing at this for around 60 degrees. Okay, right, with the ground means he needs to reach over here only, and he's using this angle of elevation as 60 degrees. Now he's asking us to remove the value of x, and then let it is your distance. What will be the distance between the foot of the ladder and the foot of the hole? You need to remove that one also. Okay, to remove this value over here, what should I do? To get this value from 9, I should subtract 1.8. When I am doing this, the result in this 7.2 meters only. I hope this is clear. Okay. So, first of all, we need to remove the value of x. After that, we can remove the value of d. Okay. So, let's see how do we do this one here. Okay. We have the angle of elevation. Let me write the given stuff here. Given over is the height of the pole. Okay, the height of the pole is 9 meters. Also, angle of elevation is also given. Angle of elevation is around 60 degrees. Very good. And length of the ladder is also given. Length of the ladder is also given. That is your x meters. Okay, and distance between the ladder and the pole is given as d meters. Hope this is also clear to everyone. Okay, so I'm using from the figure what data can be removed. From the figure, so let us remove the value of x first. I'm using sine trigonometric ratio. So this becomes sine 60 is equivalent to, what is sine 60? It is your opposite by hypotenuse, isn't it? So the value of sine 60 is root 3 by 2 is equal to 7.2 by x. So I'm removing the value of x when I'm doing this cross multiplication. I have left out with this equation. Hope this is clear. Now shifting the root 3 to the other side, that is, it becomes division. As we are having root 3, we need to do the rationalization. As you all know that to do the rationalization, x can be written as 7.2 into 2 into, I need to write it over here as what? I need to write this one as that is what is left out. We are left with root 3 only, right? Yeah, so let me do this. Root 3 by 3 is left out at last on the other side, isn't it? 3 is left out now. So what happens if I divide 3 with 7 here? 3 2s are is your 6. 1 is left out here. There. So this becomes your 4. Now doing this value, x is equals to 4.8 into root 3. So what is the value of root 3? Root 3 is 1.732. When you are doing these two multiplication, you are left out with x is equals to 8.3 approximately. Hope this is clear to everyone, right? I hope this is clear. Now, let me remove the value of m60. We should be also removing the other value, that is your d value, isn't it? So let me draw it over here. So let me write over here, that is tan 60 is equals to right hand the opposite value by your d value. I know that tan 60 is root 3 7.2 by d. So I'm just shifting this one over here. So this becomes to the denominator. Denominator needs to go rationalize. So we are doing the rationalization. So d is equals to 7.2 into root 3 value is 7.32, right? By 3. Okay, when I'm dividing this, as we have earlier seen, you have this one. So when you're doing this one as multiplication, let me do this here. The value of d comes out to be 4.1568 meters, which that would be a meter square or something. Okay, so this is your required answer. I hope everything is clear up to here. So let's look at the next one. Now, a boat has to cross a river. Okay, it crosses the river by making an angle 60 degrees. Means you are having this is your initial state. It is moving in this direction at 60 degrees. Okay, right. So this would be your width of your river. Okay, with the bank and the river due to a stream and travels a distance of 600 meters. So it is traveling like this up to 600 meters only. An angle of making an angle at 60 degrees to reach the other side of the river. What would be the width of the river? That is, he's asking x is equals to how much? Okay. So let us write the assumptions here. First, let the width of the river, which you need to know. Let the width of the river, let the width of the river equal to your x meters. X meters, an angle made by the boat. Angle made by the boat, that is to cross the river, that is around 60 degrees. Distance traveled by the boat, that's your hypotenuse. Distance traveled by the boat is how much? 600 meters. So from the figure, what can be deducted? From the figure, what needs to be deducted is we will be using also 60 degrees, as we need to remove the adjacent value over here. So adjacent by your hypotenuse, cos 60 is 1 by 2. So this is x by 600. So if I am doing a cross multiplication, 2x is equivalent to 600. So I'm having the answer as to be x is equal to 600 by 2. That is x is equals to 300. Therefore, the width, I can write that as the width of the river. What would be the width of the river is 300 meters only. I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay. Hope this is clear to everyone. Let's see the next one. Here, an observer has a height of 1 meters. He is at a point away from a palm tree. So let me take a tree here. He's away from this as 13.2 meters. Okay, so it's 2 meters. And the observer height is how much? 1.8. The height of the observer is 1.8 meters. This is the given. The angle of elevation on the top of that tree from his eyes is 45 degrees. Means when I see his draws like this, see, from here the angle of elevation to the top of the tree is taken as 45 degrees. Hope this is also clear, and this is a straight line. Find it. Okay. So, okay, what is the height of the palm tree he is asking? So he is asking you to remove the value of x. Remember, this is also 1.8 meters only, has its angle of elevation is 45 degrees. Hope this is also clear. So let me write the given information first. If I can write the height of the observer. Height of the observer is 1.8 meters. Isn't it? Height of the observer is 1.8 meters. Next, distance. Distance of the observer from palm tree, from the palm tree is how much? It is 13.2 meters. Okay. So from the figure you need to remove the value of x. So let me remove the value of x. So by observing from the figure directly. What can I write? I can write and 45 is equivalent to your this value, isn't it? So and 45 value is only 1. So this is how much? 13.2. I'm shifting this one to the other side. So x is left out to be 13.2 meters only. I hope this is clear. But is asking us to remove the total height of the tree. So total height of the palm tree, total height of palm tree is nothing but the value of x, that is 13.2 plus 1.8 meters, that is 1.8 meters. So if you are adding these two up, the resultant is 15 meters is the required height of the tree. So let us look at the next one over here in the adjacent figure. As you are able to see the adjacent figure over here, AC is already centimeters, AB is 5 centimeters, angle A is around 30. He is asking us to remove the area of the triangle. To remove the area of the triangle, you should be knowing the height of the triangle as well, isn't it? So if we are able to remove the height of the other height of the triangle, you will be able to remove this one. Okay. So let me see that I'm using sine 30 here. Sine 30 is equivalent to BC by AC. I hope this is clear. And a sine 30 value is nothing but 1 by 2 is equal to BC, and AC is given as 6. Now I'm shifting. I'm just cross multiplying this one here. So I have left with 6 by 2 is equals to BC. So when I'm dividing 2 by 6 by 2, the resultant, the length of BC is 3 centimeters. So at last we have the length of BC, that is 3 centimeters. So the length of BC is 3 centimeters. Now the area of the triangle ABC is equivalent to the area of the triangle ABC is equivalent to half into what I would say here is the base, also the height. Okay, the height means I have shifted the triangle. Okay, so if when I do that, this becomes your half, BC is your 3 and the AB is your 5. So when I'm doing this multiplication, I will be getting here 15. Now we need to divide this, so we are left with 15 by 2, that is 7.5 centimeters square. So therefore the required area of the triangle ABC is 7.5 centimeters square. I think there would be a doubt regarding this base over here. So see here, this triangle shifts out to be like this. BC is your 3 centimeters and BC is your 3 centimeters, and the next is AB, right? AB is something like this. This is your 5 centimeters, and this is your hypotenuse. This is your hypotenuse, that is 6 centimeters. How do I say that it is your triangle? Because you are having here 30 degrees, right? Angle A is 30 degrees, right? So what would be the other angle? If you know the sum of all the angles, that's around 180, right? So this should be also 30. So the left out is your 90. So I hope this is clear. Yeah, this is 60 here. The other side is around is 60. This is around 90. So sum of all sides is around 180. So this is how we will be able to remove the edge of the triangle.